Welcome to our series, The Shabbos Kitchen. My name is Pinchas Rappaport. I studied and received smicha in the Yeshiva of Staten Island. Our goal in this series is to take the complex laws of Shabbos and show how to practically apply them. For example, the first lesson, we're going to walk into a kitchen on Friday afternoon. All of the food for Shabbos is going to be on the stovetop. Food will be in the oven. I'm going to show how to arrange the blech, how to put on the blech, how to arrange the blech, how the food should be prepared for serving on Shabbos. In no way is this meant to be a replacement of the study, the in-depth study of Hilchos Shabbos, of the laws of Shabbos. In no way is this meant to be a replacement of your Rav, your rabbi, your local Orthodox rabbi. Everyone should have a Rav that they feel comfortable asking questions to. Knows you, knows your circumstances, and could answer you accordingly. Any questions on things that you see in this video, direct them to your Rav, to your rabbi. You don't have a Rav, you don't have a rabbi, you could email your question to me or any other comments, suggestions to askrpr2@gmail.com. Before we start the series, I'd like to just say the prayer, the tefillah that the Chunya ben Akana said everyone should say before they go into the Beis HaMedrash to learn, before a person starts to study. Yehi ratzon milfanach Hashem Elokai, it should be your will, Hashem, my God, shelo yera dvar takol al yodi, that there should be no mistake that should come through my hands. V'lo yikoshel b'dvar halacha, and I should not make any mistake, and I should not stumble in any words of halacha. Our hope is that these videos should be educational and beneficial for people. Again, any comments or suggestions, please email me at askrpr2@gmail.com. Welcome to our series, The Shabbos Kitchen. Lesson number 1, we're going to learn how to use the blech. Come into the kitchen on Friday afternoon. All of the food that you have being prepared for Shabbos is on the stovetop, is in the oven. Soup, cholent, and vegetable dishes that you have on the stovetop. In the oven, I have chicken, kugel. It's almost time to light candles. Shabbos is coming, it's candle lighting time. So in order to keep this for Shabbos, we want to make sure there is some separation. We have a blech, a metal sheet that covers the stovetop, so there's a separation between the pot and the fire. We want to make sure that no time on Shabbos is someone going to adjust the flame, make it higher, make it lower. So we do two things. We're going to put a blech, this metal sheet that covers the top. Some of them have even a lip that comes down and covers the knobs, the controls. Others either take the control off or put the knob off, or put a piece of tape to cover the knob, as we'll see. So this is what we're going to do. Take everything off the stovetop. Take the blech, put it on the stovetop. You put on your fire. Now, with experience, you learn how high to keep the fire or how low it should be. If it's the fire is too high, then the food might burn. If the fire is not high enough, the food, first of all, won't be hot, and there's a risk that over Friday night, the cholent or what you have on the stovetop might spoil. If it's warm and it's not hot enough, bacteria could grow and it might get spoiled. So you figure out, you learn how high you have to keep the flame over with experience. You either take the knob off, it's recommended either do that or to cover it with a piece of tape. Then you arrange the food on the stovetop. You're going to serve your soup first, so put that over the fire. The cholent is not going to be eaten for many hours. You could leave that on the side any other dishes that you have that you want to keep hot, you should keep on the stove top. Now, even though it's not halachically required to have the food fully cooked, when you have the blech arranged, the controls are covered, you could have food that's partially cooked, leave it there. But if you have that and the food isn't fully cooked, there are two things you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to move them closer to the fire. You're not allowed to uncover the pot and then put the pot cover back on, replace the pot cover. Why? When food is not fully cooked, there's still a prohibition of hastening the cooking. Not only are we prohibited on Shabbos to take raw food and cook it, but we're also prohibited taking food that's partially cooked and hasten and complete the cooking, and even hastening the cooking. So if we have a pot of vegetables that aren't fully cooked, you might leave it here, that'd be fine, but then make sure that you're not going to move it closer to the fire until it's fully cooked. Not going to take the pot cover off. The heat is going to escape. Put the pot cover back on. It's going to build up again. You're going to be hastening the cooking, the completion of the cooking, something you're not allowed to do. That would be a prohibition. So you have your stovetop arranged now. You have your soup over the fire. In the coming lesson, we'll learn about the different zones on the blech and how we have to treat them. But right now, we have the stovetop where we have the soup up, chopped up, the vegetables up. Now, as a matter of a recommendation, not necessarily something that's halacha, you might want to, we have so far our food on the stovetop. In the oven, we have chicken and kugel. Now that has been up for a number of hours before Shabbos. It's ready to eat. We're not eating it for another hour. We're not going to leave the oven on. So what you might want to do is, if you want to have warm challah on Shabbos, take your challah right before Shabbos, put them in the oven, turn the oven off. The chicken is ready to eat. It's in a closed oven, it's hot. It'll stay hot. The kugel is ready to eat. Stay in a closed oven, will remain hot. The challah that you put in right before Shabbos will get warm. You'll be able to eat them on Shabbos and have a warm challah as if they just came out of a hot oven.